This is Bella, aka Two Gun Kitty, the catnip outlaw, and her sidekick Jax, who may get a little riled up during this video. We'd like to discuss home defense choices and firearms. First and foremost, whatever you have is a good choice, no matter what it is. May not be ideal, but a double barrel shotgun loaded with birdshot beats a pointy stick. Even a Heritage Rough Rider and 22 long rifle is better than nothing. With that said, one of the things you got to think about is, where do you live? Do you live in a place that has a lot of houses close by? Do you live out in the country? Do you live in an apartment? With that, you will have to decide on what caliber is you're going to use, and worry about penetration. Do you have cinder block fence that will stop something if it did penetrate? That's one of the luxuries I have. So size of your house will dictate length of barrel. For my first choice, ideally would be an AR-15 pistol, about 10.5-inch barrel, chambered in 5.56. 300 blackout would also be a good choice. Easy to move around and handle, lightweight. The setup on mine, it's a very soft shooting gun, but loud. That's the big drawback of an AR-15 for home defenses. You better make sure you've put hearing protection on when something starts up. But the gun would be easy to manipulate around the house and very accurate. You can mount a light on it. You get an optic that will make it easy to acquire a target. So I definitely advocate an AR pistol of some sort. My second choice is a good handgun, preferably a high capacity semi-automatic. I recommend Beretta 92, SIG P226 or 229, something that's got enough weight to handle the recoil. You can mount a weapon light on it, and you got enough rounds, 15, or some of them will have even higher capacity, but 15 rounds of quality 9mm, or if you prefer a 40 cal 357 SIG, whatever caliber you feel that you can handle is best. You can choose rounds that will be a little less likely to over penetrate. You want to be critical defense tends to not penetrate too deeply, so that's a good choice if you're worried about that. But definitely a good quality semi-automatic pistol would be my second choice. You can keep it by the bed, so it's easy to put in the drawer or on your nightstand. So it's going to be readily available. My third choice is another handgun, which would be a good solid revolver, preferably a Smith & Wesson 686, a Ruger GP100, anywhere from 3 to 4-inch barrel length I recommend. You can put either 357 Magnum or 38 Special if the 357 Magnum is going to be a little hard for you to handle. Again, very simple firearm, but you can't put a weapon light on it. That's probably the biggest drawback with that for something that happens in the evening. I also recommend in your house, if you're worried about evening encounters, is put some night lights. If you don't have a weapon light available on your firearm, that will help you distinguish a target. Also know who's in what rooms if you have kids. know what's behind your walls, neighbors, houses in proximity. A fourth choice, which a lot of people like to debate, some love it, some hate it, is a shotgun. I don't like it myself because of size. It's generally got a long barrel to manipulate around the house. It's also going to be loud. You better know what load you want to put in it, whether it be birdshot, buckshot, slugs. But I think the biggest drawback with a shotgun can be capacity and the manipulating it around corners in the house, especially if you have a smaller house that you have to maneuver around. The first thing that you have to do, though, is come to grips with something is better than nothing. And whatever choice you make is going to be fine. And you're not stuck with it. You start out with a shotgun or whatever you have, and then you'll progress to something else as you research it and get more comfortable with other firearms. But making that first step to have something is where you need to be, and be confident. Go to the range whenever you can, practice, develop a plan of how you would handle a situation in your head. Where do you go, where a family member is going to go. Know the layout of your house. That'll be your first advantage if you do have an incident, is the house, they don't. Like I say, night lights can help you if you don't have a flashlight readily available. So develop a plan. There's a lot of research online that you can get other thoughts, but those are just some of mine, and hope they help you out. Take care and enjoy the weekend.